Hello and welcome back to my video. This is Triangle Strategy, still in chapter 15, part 2. Last episode, we have to decide whether we want to stay at the castle and investigate the royalists, go to the Rosellan village who are raided by bandits, or go back to Castle Wolford where our father just regained consciousness. And even though it's kind of the most petty choice of all, we decided to go back to see our father because this is one of those branching chapters where you get different units depending on where you go. And I want to get Milo, so the only way to do it is to go back to Wolford. So yeah, let's get to chapter 15, part 2.
With the capital once more under their control, the members of House Wolffort disperse to the various corners of the domain. Roland, for his part, works to rid the Crown City of his political enemies. Frederica repairs to the Rosellan village.
Oh, but you know what?
Noah, Benedict, and the others, meanwhile, make a triumphant return to Castle Wolffort, where Lord Simon eagerly awaits their arrival.
Okay, usually we always go against Benedict, so maybe it's good that for once we go with him. When our paths part? Ooh, what does this mean? Also, we just get a new unit, Sir Maxwell, which is kind of like Roland, so maybe it's okay.
Hark! The young rulers have returned.
You're back! You're back! You made it!
Show some respect, lad. They've driven Aesfrost from our lands and brought the kingdom back from the brink. And one of them is no less than one of Hyzante's saintly 7.
Dare I say, an achievement greater than Lord Simon ending the Saltiron War.
Seems like our people is happy with us.
With pride enough to think I'd done it myself.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lord.
Mr. Lord King.
I didn't mean it.
Mr. Lord King.
You've done nothing wrong. Address me as you please. I thank you one and all for your efforts in seeing us through to victory.
Oh, you are too gracious, my lord.
As is the Hierophant, who saw fit to bless us with a boatload of salt. And all thanks to you, Lord Serenoa.
Wow, they give us a lot of salt.
A
Nice.
Hierophant, you say?
Wow! That's amazing!
Isn't it just? Bold is the nation that besmirches House Wolffort's honor now.
I reckon not even the king himself would speak ill of us now.
Course not. It was this lad what made that mask-wearing coward of a prince the king.
Hey now, that's my friend that you're
Hail,
talking
House
about.
Wolffort.
All hail, Mr. Lord!
God dang it, they don't know. They don't know what Roland has been through.
Serenoa is truly a man of the people.
I think we've seen her before, right? Yeah.
And he's got the might to defend him. He's earned their trust.
And so he may as well be king. I must say I do appreciate a powerful man.
Oh, what? Is that the end game here?
Perhaps I should cast my lot in with the future rather than the past.
The cowardly prince they refer to is King Roland, no doubt.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
I pray that's all it is. Hyzante's overtures are most bold. They mean to lure us in.
Oh yeah, we also skipped the character story. I hope it doesn't expire. I know side stories can expire. Okay, yeah, you're good. Okay, So maybe it's better to see it first. Oh, a lot of side story in this chapter too. Okay, let's start with her. An elderly woman is attacked by bandits, but she is not as fragile as she seems. Is that a Rosellan bandit?
Good grief. Just what do you hope to gain by hassling a little old lady like me?
Your food. Now hand it over, all of it, or we'll split your throat.
You are Roselle, are you not? Like those at the source in Hyzante 30 years ago.
What are you talking about, you old hag?
Your people fled from oppression, yet still you struggle to find peace. Isn't that so?
Shut your mouth, you hag. Just put the food down and be gone.
So I was right. I will say no more, so you had best be on your way now.
We're the ones giving orders here. Besides, we've got no choice.
So you are blind to the strength of the opponent that stands before you. That is unfortunate.
Ooh, are you strong? Ooh, is she a martial artist? She uses knuckle.
You're no ordinary old lady. Forgive us. We've had nothing to eat for days. We promise we won't do this again. Please, just spare us our lives.
Your eyes do not lie. Very well. Move along.
Thank you.
Good grief. To think that after fleeing Hyzante, some of those poor Roselle had to resort to thievery. This is not the world I wished for, but perhaps there is still something I can do.
Okay.
Pardon the intrusion, my lord. What is it? An elderly woman has come seeking an audience with you. A rare guest. Very well. Show her in. Yes, sir. I would hear your name.
You may call me Groma.
Groma Yurgina, prior general of the Aesfrosti army? A former Aesfrosti general whose epithet Iron Fist was feared by all during the Saltiron War. She shares Sereno's conviction and visits him in hopes of putting an end to Norzelia's suffering.
The same name as the legendary Aesfrosti general from the Saltiron War.
Oh.
You're the one they called Iron Fist, yes?
I have long since abandoned that name. After the war, I wandered the land, hoping to find a new purpose. Yet it would seem that I am destined to be drawn into bloody conflict until the end of my days. But there may still be something this old crone can do.
Yeah?
Why do you come to me?
Why do you ask? Can you not trust a former general of Aesfrost?
Perish the thought.
Yeah, but I mean, why don't you go to Gustadol?
Indeed she does. And of Rosellan birth, no less, if I have heard true.
Are you a Rosellan?
A fool judges a person by their origins. I would know what is in your heart.
Ha! You are just as the rumors say. My heart, indeed. I have seen enough suffering to last lifetimes. All I wish now is to see it end.
Then we share a common goal. Let us fight for it as one.
With pleasure. I think you'll find there's life in these old bones yet.
Groma joins your forces. A veteran versed in martial arts, counterattacks when evading a physical attack, can slip deftly between foes. So she's like an agile physical attacker. Alright. The unmasked Maxwell treads new path and speaks with Hugh Hest of his past. So yeah, one of the characters, sorry, has to be Roland Frederica.
that you would return to us hale and whole. 'Tis a much-needed fortune in these trying times.
With luck, soon my return will not be the only cause for celebration. I am glad to see you unharmed, Huette. I would choose none but you to stand by Prince Roland's side in my absence.
Thank you. However, I am afraid I have far to go before I can measure up to your legend. A legend that seems to have begun a new chapter, now that you have doffed that mask of yours. Forgive me for prying, but...
So nobody uses masks anymore.
Why did you wear it for so long?
Truth be told, I have not thought upon those reasons for some time. When I served Glenbrook as its Master of Swords, I did not wear it.
You were Master of Swords? The Dawn Spear?
Indeed. My star was rising, and I was tasked with investigating a group of nobles who were dealing in stolen works of art. A simple assignment, or so I thought. I was yet young and unaware of the pettiness of those who consider themselves to be our betters. I apprehended several of the criminals, but one escaped. That was my grave mistake. In shadows, they harbored their grudges until they exacted their revenge. But the life they took was not mine. It was my love's, the woman to whom I had promised my future.
Oh, that's sad.
What? I never knew.
The villain was eventually brought to justice, but no sentence could bring back what had been stolen from me. Had I only been more thorough, and not been so naive, then she would still be.
Sir Maxwell, there is no way you could have known. The blame falls not on you.
Nay, my inexperience sowed the seeds, and I will reap their bitter fruit until the day I die. I swore I would never again allow someone I loved to come to harm. To ensure that, I had to discard who I was. I gave up my title as Master of Swords, hid my true face behind a mask. I spoke only with my spear.
You must be a really talented guy.
You were born as Glenbrook's fiercest warrior, the Dawn Spear. Your feat surpassed the imagination of even the most silver-tongued of bards. Forgive me. I still tend to get lost in the stories, even though you are standing here before me.
No, I should thank you. There are few who would understand my struggles, but I believe you are one. House Wolffort has seen its share of misfortunes. That you all still walk with your heads held high is an inspiration to all. I was brought back from the brink of death to fight by your side, to face the dangers ahead undaunted and unhidden. I may owe fate for my return, but I shall fight tooth and nail before it takes aught from me again. At least, such are the things I tell myself in my quiet moments. I only pray the words can give me strength when it matters most.
They will. No doubt you are stronger now than you have ever been.
Thank you. I no longer need to hide in fear. I will not look away.
I just realized, I guess Milo hasn't officially joined us. We don't have her in the roster. Benedict and Eridor uphold a custom they have shared for 30 years. Oh my god. Oh, I guess Sir Maxwell is on top because he is still like the level 1.
All right, lads
the rest
and
is still
lasses, lay
already
down
level
your
2.
arms. Let your bruises remind you of the lessons learned today.
Ah, what fortuitous timing. I still owe you for the drinks from the other evening. I wondered if I might treat you tonight.
Apologies, lass, but I've got places to be. Perhaps another time.
Oh.
He seemed troubled by something. Perhaps I'm overthinking it.
let us end our day's work here.
It is early, is it not? Is something amiss?
No, nothing at all. Just my attention is required elsewhere for a time.
Is it his wife?
Elsewhere. Curious.
How many have you had?
Not enough. Just one for you, I take it.
Yes.
Went by in a flash. Can you believe it's been 30 years?
Okay, so they were talking about the Saltiron War.
The time has escaped us. The memory of that day, however, I doubt ever will.
Yeah, during the Saltiron War.
Thrice damned, can't move. Always thought I'd meet my end with a beautiful lass by my side.
You have many days ahead of you yet, Eredor. We will see you returned home.
Don't try to run, you curs!
We always fight Aesfrost, the soldier.
I'll just slow you down. It was my cursed pride that got us into this. Only I should suffer for it.
Yeah, Benedict, you don't have enough strength.
Run!
Even in the face of death, you refuse to set aside your foolish pride. I followed you into this hell of my own will, and I will see you delivered from it.
You fool!
Charge! Come and die. Yeah! That would have been it for us, had Lord Simon not met their charge in time.
Aye, and the only punishment for my pride were these aches that keep me awake at night.
Really?
We hungered for glory all those years ago.
But you're still the best defender we have.
Serve us later on.
A couple of would-be heroes who couldn't be convinced they weren't invincible.
Yet here we are, drinking, to celebrate the end of that war. I do not wish to reminisce upon the past. A toast that I may never again repeat the mistakes of my youth. But before that...
Yeah?
You have served House Wolffort well, Eredor. That said, I've a feeling we'll need your sturdy shield even more going forward.
And I've upgraded Eredor's shield to rank 3 as well.
I'm your man.
To rank 3.
Anything fancier than that to you.
He is one of the few units that I upgraded.
For House Wolffort.
Because his ultimate skill is really good. It's really, really good. I compare a couple of the characters. We don't have enough resources to upgrade all of them. So I only upgraded the most necessary one, and Eredor one is beautiful. Benedict one is also not bad. They're kind of similar in a way. I don't know, I searched for answer about her parents, and Eredor seems to know more. Ooh. Okay, this is juicy. Okay, we don't have time to do all of this in this episode. I might have to split this.
Under this tree.
This here's the land of the Jax clan. Or used
the
to be
Jax
like.
clan?
That clasp on your chest, that's their sigil, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a memento from my parents. Or so I was told.
Aye, now that I'm looking for it, I can see the resemblance. Same silvery hair and everything. Villages near here met with a pretty terrible fate. They begged the armies to spare their fields. The only one who listened was one of House Wolfort's bannermen. No one was surprised, big war hero that he was. But by the time we got here, the Jacks had been all but exterminated. He was digging graves for the dead, enemy and all. A hero and a gentleman he was.
Is it Lord Simon?
Name's on the tip of my tongue.
Benedict.
Aye, that was it. Do you know the man? I'd like you to pass on my gratitude, if you do.
Thanks for showing me the way.
Your coin's all the thanks I require. If that's all you'll be needing me for, I'll leave you to it.
You make a poor stalker.
Ain't exactly what I'm built for.
You fought in the battle here, didn't you?
Benedict swore me to secrecy. But
I knew it, he knows.
Suppose it ain't break an oath if you already know. Oh, but first I ought to tell you. You've the right to the truth. And those ain't my words. They're his. That's why he never tried to stop you from finding out about your parents.
He knew?
You know of their fate?
We drove the enemy up the cliff top. Cornered him there. The same instant we cut their leader down, a babe cried out in the distance. In the hideout, we found you, all swaddled up. A letter pinned to you with that same clasp on your chest.
Live strong, Anna. Stronger than any. I see now.
Oh no.
Your family died at our hands. If it's vengeance you want, you can take it out on me.
That doesn't sound like the Eredor I know. Do you think so little of me? To assume I would forsake my friend? Bloody my hands with revenge?
Oh, wow.
I know the truth at last. That is enough.
Is it, Anna? Or are you forcing it to be?
Don't be a fool. Benedict is the one who raised me. If I ever want for a father, I know where to find him. When we've won this war, I shall make sure he understands that.
Oh. Anna. Dang. Eredor brushes off the subject of Benedict's sought-after flower, but why? Wait, I thought the flower was Hugh. Oh, no, I guess you're right. Hughette was about her becoming Kingsguard.
Made it in time, my lord.
Eredor, you came.
Lady Destra. Your mother was loved by one and all, my lord. Honoring her this day is the least we can do. Is it just you here, my lord?
We are beset on all sides by tasks large and small. I would not impose my familial obligations on the others.
Spoken like a true leader. Me and your mother may not have been family by blood, but duty bound us just as close.
I am sure she would have been overjoyed to see you by my side. I never had a chance to know her. My only memories are from stories others told me. And still, I somehow can feel the warmth of her embrace, hear the loving sound of her voice.
She was smitten, that is true. She held on to you so tightly, I reckon not even the Dawn Spear could have pried you from her.
Did she?
Lady Destra's smile was brighter than the sun, and near as constant. She treated
sounds
young
like a
Benedict
lovely
and I
woman.
like little brothers, though at times we weren't so deserving of her care. Even so, she always had a kind word, and worry enough to spare. There weren't a woman like her in all of Norzelia.
I did not know the bond between you three ran so deep. Benedict never mentioned it.
His lips aren't as loose as mine, especially when it comes to Lady Destra. Speaking of which, here. Your mother would have loved to get one of these from you.
A snowbell? My father mentioned her fondness for these flowers. Every year, when I visited her, without fail, one of these would be placed in front of her grave. Was that you all this time?
It's Benedict.
Well, not exactly, my lord.
They're quite rare, are they not? I often search for them, but I have yet to see one in bloom. Where did you find it?
Well, I made a journey down south. Benedict insisted. Apologies for my absence, my lord.
There is naught to apologize for. It was a thoughtful gesture, and I thank you for it. Somehow, I can feel Mother smiling down upon us.
More than I deserve, if I'm being honest.
Huh. There's already a snowbell. Who could have...
Should have known. Nothing will stop him from his duty.
What was that?
It was nothing, my lord.
What? Ooh, Benedict? But I thought Benedict
We're not the only ones carrying a torch for Lady Destra.
Indeed. We are fortunate to be part of such a close-knit house. And that is thanks to those who serve it. I trust I'll see you here again in a year's time, Eridor.
Of course, my lord. Snowbells might capture a moment in time, but your mother inspired loyalty for an eternity.
While out training, Hyzante recalls the promise she made to Roland before the war began. That's too close, Hyzante. You need to step back.
At it again, eh? You know, even the Dawn Spear set down his weapon on occasion.
We're at war. I cannot hope to end it by being idle.
Spoken like a true member of the Kingsguard. You lot were always too serious for my tastes.
We were not serious enough. Where is the king we were meant to protect now? What will become of his kingdom?
At Whiteholm. I guess we should have gotten this before.
King Regna and Crown Prince Franny are no more. Only Roland and Cordelia remain. When I think of how lonely my charge must feel, I almost feel smothered by the guilt.
If he's lonely, he hides it well. Could be that losing his princely obligations has lifted a weight off his shoulders.
And who are you to speak on his feelings? His father ever doted on Franny. He knew precious few moments of his mother's love before she passed. Even so, he tried his utmost to never show weakness in front of his sister. He was there for her in the worst of times. There was never a place near the throne for him. Truth be told, Sir Maxwell was more of a father to him than anyone.
You seem to know a lot about
I've been
him.
more than his guard. Oftentimes, I felt like his confidant.
You have?
You and Flugy are constant companions.
As I said before, my prince, he is more than my companion. He is the truest friend I could ask for.
A true friend? I must admit, I envy your relationship.
My prince, I did not mean to.
'Tis nothing to apologize for. I simply find the idea of soaring the skies with a true friend to be somewhat romantic.
You could do the same with the proper training. If it pleases you, my prince, I would gladly teach you.
Teach you to
You would?
make friends?
Then I gladly accept. I trust you will go easy on me.
I can promise no such thing. You must become as ferocious as a hawk yourself if you wish to ride one.
Oh, trained to become a hawk rider, but he ended up becoming a knight rider. Well, a horse rider.
War broke out soon after that. My promise to teach him is yet unfulfilled. So I will train, I will fight, until the skies are no longer clouded by the fires of war. Only then can I rest. Only then can we fly free. Perhaps then, with the wind in our faces, we can forget our stations, our titles. If
Oh,
only
I
just for
think
one
I think
moment.
I'm right. I think she has
what was the
feelings
last
for
part?
him.
You'll have to speak up.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Yes, it's back to training for me.
Gila reflects on both Frederica's growth and her own changes over the years.
It's become late. We'd best keep an eye out for bandits.
You have a warrior's intuition. You needn't worry. I won't let us come to harm.
It takes no great intuition to see that this world is falling ever deeper into chaos. The reasons, however, remain elusive. Will we see our way safely through this darkness? I cannot say.
We have naught but our duty, and mine is to Prince Roland, whatever might become of House Wolford.
I find your perspective refreshing. Although it may be direct, you walk the path you've chosen with confidence. On the other hand, I often feel that I'm fumbling. I had thought Gustadov to be a man of reason. But now I see that he will not hesitate to employ deceit to achieve his goals. In a manner of speaking, he and I are not so different. I, too, once hoped to have the influence to change the nation.
Oh?
At least, I told myself so. Really, all I wanted was to be free. And Frederica was simply a means to that end. As long as I had what I wanted, I had no great concern for what became of her.
Gila,
But this war has caused me to reconsider that. I realize that Frederica herself is worth caring for. She's not the sheltered princess I took her to be. Her wits are a match even for Benedict. She surprised me, and shamed me. I was wrong to underestimate her, to define her by her birth and station. She represents my greatest failures as a teacher, but also my greatest success. For she has truly taken my lessons to heart. I see now there is no shame in serving another, and no shame in sacrificing my freedom
Yes,
for
I
something
got it
greater.
now.
Oh, but perhaps I've shared overmuch. For some reason, I find it easy to talk with you.
The feeling is mutual. You are not so aloof as I thought.
Ah, I've just had a thought. When the war is behind us, I may very well open my own school.
Okay.
Of course, you would be welcome to join me. I would be master of the classroom, and you could be master of the training yard. We could teach our students the art of hawksmanship. Our riders would be first class. Ah, what should our school be named? You will come teach with me, won't you?
What the heck, Gila?
Not half so aloof as I thought.
Oh my god, so many. Oh, what? There's more Sir Maxwell? What the heck, Sir Maxwell? Okay, because I like this two so much, their story anyway, I will watch Corentin and Hosabara, then we'll try to move on to the side story, see if we have time, and then go back to the character story.
What's so urgent you can't let a man sleep?
Nothing less than the completion of my groundbreaking research, Eridor.
Oh, you finish it.
Well now, that is something.
Indeed it is. I've managed to thermodynamically stabilize the quasi-liquid film forming on the surface of the...
Okay, layman's term, layman's term.
Now tell it to me in words a man can understand.
Right. Well, in layman's terms, I have created ice that never melts.
See how simple... Did you say ice that never melts? That's mighty impressive and all, but what actual good does that do anyone?
My dear, sweet, simple Eridor. We can use my creation to forge weapons with no need for iron.
Oh.
Sounds useful, if it works as you say. But how's the durability?
Silly soldier. Do you take me for a fool? Of course I tested their durability. Worry not. A prototype shall arrive shortly. I bid you try it out for yourself. For better or worse, you're the most experienced soldier I know. And so I'd have you handle it first.
That sounds big and important. I reckon I'll take you up on it.
What news? Surely it's finished by now.
Afraid not. I come bearing unfortunate news from the smithy.
Oh, does the ice melt?
Plenty sturdy at first, but shattered the moment he took a hammer to it. He says it has a long way to go before it can be used in place of iron, I'm afraid.
Preposterous! My calculations were impeccable. Surely I have not forsaken my homeland in pursuit of a fool's errand.
That's all a bit dramatic, isn't it? You can't have a breakthrough without breaking a couple of ice blades. You know what'd wash away all that pain?
Oh my god.
Cold glass of spirits.
You're gonna make him an alcoholic, Eridor.
Spirits. That's it! That unmelted ice of yours could chill him forever, could it not?
Oh my god. Oh, you can make a chiller.
Groundbreaking indeed. This invention of yours could still take the world by storm.
And I reckon the army'd have use for it as well. It'd keep our rations from going off.
Then we don't need salt.
Damn, you've done very important work.
The fact remains that my calculations were in error. So forgive me my reluctance to.
Less sulking, more drinking. You succeeded, haven't you? Right then, this'll be my treat, and I won't be turning in till you do.
Very well. Scientific breakthroughs never come easily, I suppose. Perhaps my next experiment shall be seeing how many rounds my everlasting ice can chill. Right then, to the encampment with us. 'Tis time for a drink or three.
Yeah, make a chiller. Why make a blade?
Spirit. Just promise me I won't have to haul your drunken ass home this time.
Even the tavern, meant to be a place for people to forget their worries, is its share of troubles. Oh, that's 8. That's 8.
Go on, have another glass. I'm offering top shelf drink for bottom shelf prices tonight. No need to fret over your coin purses.
See? This is why we keep coming back. Nobody treats us better than our Hasabara.
Quite the crowd tonight, eh? Good to see it.
All thanks to you for supplying me with that mead.
Thanks to my good fortune, you mean. I got it for so cheap on account of the batch not measuring quite up to the brewer's usual standards.
Still, look at how happy it's made them. There's nothing I love more than seeing my tavern full to bursting like this. Thank you, Eridor. Truly.
It's nothing, honest.
Ah, and just like that, they've nearly drank me dry. Might have to close up early tonight.
Are these two? Are these two?
Celebrating something.
I'll ship it.
Whatever it is, we'll drink to that. Pour us around.
I wish I could. Seems the barrels have run dry tonight. But if you'll come back on the morrow...
Run dry? You've enough for these drunkards? You can't spare a drop for those of us who are risking our lives for you on the battlefield?
Bro, chill.
Hey! Who are you calling a drunkard?
Don't you fools go spoiling the one spot of happiness we've had in a long while.
Enough! My tavern's a place for forgetting troubles, not stirring them up. You do well not to look down your noses at the very people you've sworn an oath to protect. You want respect? Go out there and earn it by ending the war. Then there'll be drink aplenty to go around.
You tell them, Hasabara. They're no better than us.
You lot aren't blameless either, you know. These soldiers do put their lives on the line to protect yours.
Yes, Mom.
They get enough grief on the battlefield without you giving it to them off it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
No, I shouldn't have let my temper flare.
Look, there's still some drink left here. How's about you raise a glass together?
Yeah. You can have some of ours, too.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Level head you've got on your shoulders there, Hasabara.
It helped that you pitched in when you did.
Ah, now that hits the spot.
Doesn't it? Here, I'll pour you another.
See? Now this is what I live for. Giving people a place they can come together and leave the worries of the world behind for a while. Somehow, I know this is what Theo would have wanted me to do. If only I could raise a glass with him.
Aye, I reckon he'd be proud. You've made a spot of sunshine for people that don't get much of it these days. People like me.
What with business booming again, it looks like I'm going to have my hands full for a while. Don't you worry for your mama, Theo. As long as there's ale to be poured and smiles on her customers' faces, she'll be just fine.
Aww. Is that it? That looks like it's concluded. But... not Corentin? I don't know. Anyway, let's see the side story first. Svarog received a summons from Gustadal. Oh no, Svarog, that's right. I'm a bit worried about him. He's our only ally.
Lord Svarog, you've been summoned to the capital with regard to the death snow. How long do you intend to defy the Archduke's orders?
have no time for his trifling inquiries, now that Glenbrook has been wrested from our hold. I fear an assault on the duchy is imminent. We must fortify Twins Gate.
Such an order would be mine to give, not yours.
Begone! I was a fool to think you could protect the duchy's lands.
The Archduke shall render his judgment.
Damn his judgment, and everything it has wrought!
Oh.
Leaving that fool Thalis in charge of Glenbrook brought this upon us.
I shall pass your words on to him then.
Oh, please do. Please do. Yeah.
And let him know that if he wishes for me to follow his orders, he will speak the truth, and nothing but.
Tuara, I like your style, but I can't lie, I'm a bit worried about you. And what about this one? Though the Saintly Seven praise House Wolford for their glorious victory, they know they must be ever vigilant.
Once proud Aesfrost has been laid low, and Prince Roland installed as King of Glenbrook. Perhaps now they understand how powerful we are.
There is yet more good news. We have coaxed enough power from the Elfric to power the automaton.
The automaton?
Have the spoils of war ever been?
What? Automaton?
A question House Wolford no doubt asks themselves. Are you not troubled by their gains? The people of Glenbrook rally around their newly returned hero as we speak.
Okay, wait, back up. What is it about the automaton? Are you creating robots?
Or worse.
Which is precisely why I have sent Milo to watch their every move. We shall be informed of any plots against us in due course.
And you are content to trust this, Milo?
What does it matter if I trust her? The goddess shall render final judgment to any and all traitors.
Be they spies, or one of the Saintly Seven.
Indeed. May we never live to witness such a tragedy.
Wow. What a group. I like Nar.
Damn it all. At this rate, I'll never come close to carrying on Grandfather's legacy. Maybe I was never destined to be a great mage after all.
Ow! It hurts!
Oh no, the poor child's fallen.
Hey there, are you hurt?
Ow! It hurts so bad I can't even stand!
Not to worry. I'll fix you right up, so dry those tears.
Really?
Yup. The pain will disappear like magic. You'll see.
Sanctuary.
Wow! It doesn't hurt anymore. Thank you, sir! Grandma, look! My leg's all better now!
Well, I'll be. Thank you so much for healing my grandson.
You don't need to thank me. This is nothing.
Those robes. You happen to be a student of the Archmage Grandante, would you?
You know Grandante?
You know my grandfather?
Oh, of course I do. What a great man he was, always using his magic to help those in need, much like you. I was just one of many whose lives he saved. Why, that was over 30 years ago. I lost my house to the fires of war and nearly my life along with it. But he quenched the flames with his spellcraft and healed my burns. Had it not been for the Archmage Grandante, I would not be here today. I am forever in his debt.
Even though Grandfather's name was erased from Hyzante's records, his memory lives on in the people he helped.
It sounds like he was a truly amazing man indeed. And I know he would be proud of you for following in his footsteps.
Do you really think so?
I do. And I have no doubt that one day you will restore the glory to your grandfather's name. No matter what the Ministry does to erase his existence, his spirit lives on through you.
Right. But I must keep practicing, that I might help even more people with my spells. Just watch me, Grandfather. I'll restore the honor of your name if it's the last thing I do.
Okay, let's do one more. Azana. You had brings Azana to the wood to show her something, but what could it be? Because I kind of like Azana's story as well.
Tell me, why did you bring me all the way out here?
Was something unclear in my explanation?
Well, truth be told, I was clutching to the hawk for dear life. I could not make out a single word of what you said.
Poor Azana.
Well, then perhaps it's best to simply show you.
What? Who? Oh, it can't be.
Izana, my love.
Oh, I cannot check him.
I'm overjoyed to see you unharmed.
Oh, I cannot check his profile.
Alive!
Do you even have a name?
Where have you been? I looked for you. I looked.
I caused you worry, and for that I am truly sorry. I went to meet you, but on the way realized that you were being followed by Hyzante's watchdogs. I threw myself at them to serve as a distraction. You managed to escape, I see, so my efforts were not in vain.
You fool! You should not have worried about me. What did they...
Oh.
What's wrong? Are you wounded?
The goddess of salt has scant mercy for those who have renounced her. The marks her scorn left remind me of their presence on cold nights like this. The night I escaped, I fled to my home. However, I returned to naught but ashes. So I fled further, deep into the mountains. There I found refuge with a kindly old woman, where I've lived ever since. Until now, that is.
You asked me for my assistance, and I am as good as my word. I hope my efforts did not disappoint. I expect you two have much to talk about. I shan't disturb you any longer.
Damn, that's true love.
Mistress Huette here explained to me how you've come to be in their service. I would give anything to aid you in your fight, but...
Say no more. Do not worry, my love. Leave everything to me. I shall bring this war to an end, so that no more innocent sacrifices are made upon the altar of faith. But for now, let me spend this night by your side.
Aww. Lionel, please.
You! Just what was in that swill you sold me?
Ah, my good sir. Don't you look to be in a fit of pique? But what does it have to do with Lionel?
Don't play coy with me! That was no secret elixir you sold me.
An elderly nobleman bought the entire batch, and all he got for his troubles was a whole day atop his chamber pot.
Oh, that's right. He was swindling people,
The tonic's invigorating
claiming
effects.
he got
For a man of
Panthea
such venerable age.
from Hyzante.
While Lionel is sure his digestive system has been duly cleansed, methinks a smaller dosage should suffice next time.
Digestive system? Dosage? You said that medicine granted eternal life.
Lionel recalls saying nothing of the sort. We did converse about rumors of such an elixir existing prior to the transaction.
Oh.
That was all.
Oh my god, Lionel, are you for real?
Doubts. Pray consult the bill of sale. Rest assured that any misunderstanding stems from your own negligence.
For all the good it'll do me now, I might as well wipe my ass with it.
My friend, the merchant's seal is his word. Consider this a lesson to read the fine print more carefully in the future.
You two-faced charlatan! You'll pay for this!
Two-faced? Has your own coin purse not grown mysteriously fat, despite the heavy taxes on salt? I dare say more so than market prices would conceivably allow. One wonders, what is the punishment in Hyzante for those who do business outside the purview of the state?
You can't threaten me! I'll gut you like a fish!
Oh!
Oh. Anna.
Seems you needed protection after all.
Shut up! Lionel had the matter well under control. Did you kill him?
He's just unconscious. Killing him would only attract unwanted attention.
Nevertheless, he gave Lionel quite a fright. That knock on his head couldn't have been good for the fool's health.
The only fool here is you. Using the name of House Wolfort to swindle others? How long did you think this charade would last? I'll give you one chance to stop, or else you'll end up next to him in the dirt.
Lionel will have you know he has friends in high places. Yes, very high places. So high, in fact, that yes, Lionel now sees the error of his ways. His thinking so far has been positively unambitious. It is Lionel who holds the purse strings of House Wolfort, and it is he who must see to it that said purse is overflowing with riches.
God dang it.
He has been a fool. Only a fool would squander his talents with such petty deceits. But Lionel does not lose heart easily. No, he shall redouble his efforts. For such is his burden, the burden of a loyal servant tasked with guiding his house to boundless fortune. Ha ha! Let us begin our new work post-haste.
That took a turn for the unexpected. What am I supposed to do with him? Knock him senseless and drag him back to the castle? It may come to that.
Oh, Anna. Got your work cut out for you. So we continue from our previous story.
Lord Serenoa, may I speak with you?
About that noblewoman, yes? Eridor's told me what happened.
Forgive me. I know that I should have waited for your orders before acting. But I could not leave that woman to her devices. The longer the war goes on, the more the people suffer. I imagine their feelings toward their rulers must be souring. In spite of this, that woman tried to use your name to wrest their food away. Had we let her go free, people would have thought she was acting on your orders, and their mistrust of you would have only grown. I believed we had to show them that soldiers stand for justice, and acted. I accept whatever punishment you deem fit.
Don't be so dramatic, Julio.
There will be no punishment, for you have committed no wrong. My lord. Anna looked into her. It seems that woman's ill repute dates back to her days in Glenbrook. Likely, she thought to obfuscate her misdeeds in the Crown City by hiding within my troops. But she wasn't able to conceal her true self in the end. I suppose she thought to earn my favor with the stolen food. Unfortunately for her, she misjudged my principles.
Lord Serenoa.
Forgive me for my oversight in this matter. I shall take all necessary precautions to ensure nothing like it happens again.
So, you aren't upset with me for throwing a noble woman in jail?
No, not at all.
Had I been in your position, I would have done the very same. For her misdeeds in Glenbrook and the crime you caught her committing, I shall order her banished at once. She will never again be welcome in the Wolfort domain. Let it serve as a deterrent to any others who would prey upon the common people. It is rare that I meet someone so committed to holding those of high birth accountable for their actions. I hope he will continue to do so. House Wolfort must be a house the people can trust.
Of course, my lord. You have my word. I knew I made the right choice. Unlike Patriot, Lord Serenoa is a man worth serving. Yes.
If we are fighting Patriot, we should bring Julio.
I cannot rest on my laurels. Yes, I must serve my new lord as best I can.
This place was host to a battle not long ago, wasn't it?
We have come here to help. Let us offer...
Oh, are you gonna build them houses?
I never imagined the war would spiral this out of hand. Before the fighting started, all I cared about was becoming the realm's greatest blacksmith. I dreamed of forging the perfect weapon, a testament to strength. But what is strength, truly? Of late, I have pondered much on that question.
And have you arrived at an answer?
Well...
There they are! Thanks for the sweets you gave us. Hey, let's play a game!
Very well. What shall we play? Apologies, Iens. You may return. You needn't wait for me.
Come on! Over here!
I believe I may have found my answer, Lord Serenoa.
What, making candy?
Kindness. Warmth that kindles a smile upon a child's face. The fortitude to keep fighting, no matter what trials you may face. Through it all, your heart remains unbent and unbroken. That is what will end this war. You, my lord, and the unmatched weapons you carry within you.
Hey, you should play with us too!
If you insist, here I come!
Okay, some of the story looks like it's concluded.
Who in their right mind sends an old man on a scouting mission? Oh, goddess take me. I can't wait to retire. Of course, I can't very well do so until the war is over.
What will you do once it is?
I can't say I have any plans in particular. But there is one regret I'd like to remedy. I'd like to find my first love. I still dream of her, even all these years later.
Could it be it's Groma?
She was the general of the Aesfrost forces.
Groma!
The Citadel of the Sands. The turning point of the Saltiron War, that was. I never learned her name. We were enemies, yes, but it was clear from the battle we waged how much we admired one another. She caught a beautiful figure on the battlefield. Her every movement was majestic. More than anything, she was a fearsome warrior. Truly, there is none in the world like her. I wonder what might have been had we met in a tavern instead of as enemies.
I see. I hope you can find her then.
As do I. As do I.
Well, looky here. Easy.
You guys are making
Let's get them
mistakes.
before they wise up. There.
He saw us?
Well, we're too far away. Ain't humanly possible.
Monster!
How did you sense those bandits from such a distance?
Rats like that will never get the better of me. Until this war is over, I've only begun to fight.
I can see you mean that.
Ah, that's it. I know what I'm going to do when we're done fighting. I'll travel the land till I find the Aesfrosty general who caught my eye. It's strange, but I sense her presence wherever I go. Might be she's closer than I think.
Yes, I think she's in our ranks. She's Groma. I haven't tested her yet.
If that's the case, I'd
Should I
better
use
do
her
what
in the
I
next
can
battle?
to end this war, and fast. Time to work twice as hard for an early retirement.
The hour has grown quite late.
That was my first scouting excursion in many moons. I'd forgotten how long they can take.
Oh, really?
It's not often I get the chance to soar over distant lands such as these.
Oh, Jesus.
Sir Flanagan, over there!
If it's coin you want, it's yours, all of it. Please, just spare our lives.
We'll be taking the coin. But I'm afraid nobody would see my face can go on living.
Please, please have mercy.
I shall be your shield, my love. Run while you can.
No, I will. Hawk die.
I'm with you.
No, not Hawk die. Aerial assault.
Let them go.
What's this now? Someone calling the army? Wait. I'd recognize that grubby shield anywhere. You're Sir Flanagan. You're but a lowly coward what turned tail from the duchy. But I bet your shield would fetch good coin at auction.
Oh my god.
And you shall have it. On the condition you do not lay a finger on these two.
Yeah, I have a better shield now.
I'll take your shield, your money, and your lives. Kill the lot of them! Out, my coward Vestas.
Oh, thank you, good sir. Thank you. We are forever in your debt.
I was only doing my duty. Are you hurt?
No. The three of us couldn't be better, sir. All thanks to you.
3?
Oh, you're pregnant.
Child, my lord.
Then I am relieved thrice over.
Pray, tell us your name. I would name the child after you, should it be a boy.
This is hardly a deed worthy of...
The man before you was Flanagan, an honorable soldier. Perhaps too much so for his own good.
Flanagan. A fine name indeed.
I guess they haven't heard about Bloody
From
Shield.
the bottom of our hearts, Sir Flanagan. You truly are the people's shield.
The People's Shield.
I dare say it's a fitting epithet.
I am hardly worthy of such a lofty title.
If only that were your choice to make. You didn't start calling yourself the Bloody Shield after all. Am I wrong, Sir Flanagan? Or should I say,
The people.
The people shield. I would say bloody shield sounds cooler.
Then I suppose I must endeavor to live up to it.
But sure, if you like the people
For my
shield.
sake. And for that of the one who may bear my name.
Yeah, I think that's everything. We haven't used Groma, that's why we haven't got her story yet.
Oh, however will we carry on?
Where's our house, Mama? Did the fire eat it?
They're just
Mama.
Picoletta.
They lost everything. They're sad and hurting and don't know what to do. Sitting there all alone, I thought I'd never smile again. But that's when you and the others found me. You told me I threw my ball so well. Hearing that made me so happy. I felt warm inside again. I realized I wasn't alone in the world. And now it's my turn to do the same.
Wow! Look, Mama! She's amazing!
What are you doing, miss?
I'm juggling. Do you like it?
It's incredible! I wish I could do that too!
Me too!
Well then, why don't I teach you?
Picoletta is just like a troop leader. She brought joy to those children. She turned her sadness into a smile to cheer up others. That child can be a ray of light, warming the hearts of those bereft of hope.
Come one, come all! Behold, Picoletta's Circus! The greatest show in all the land!
Thank you for journeying all this way to assist us, Medina. I fear the heals in this region are otherwise occupied today. You have my apologies.
No need to apologize. You may call on me whenever you're in need.
I have 2 wounded here. One of our own, and an Aesfrosti.
The cause of all our strife in the flesh. Treating the enemy first! Have you lost your mind?
Don't worry, she can use
More grievous.
2
We
at the
must
same
tend
time.
him or he will die.
What fealty have we to those who robbed us of our king? Who would drive us to ruin?
We may have no fealty to his nation, but we have a duty to him, as a man whose life depends on us. Leave your talk of allies and enemies on the battlefield. It has no purchase in a place of medicine. So long as I practice the healing arts, it is my duty to save them both. They should be able to get some rest now.
That was incredible, Medina.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry for what I said earlier. I was not myself.
That's one of my skills.
All is forgiven. At one time, I would not have challenged you.
Would that I had your courage.
You can. Simply keep your desire to help those in need first and foremost in your mind. The rest is sure to follow.
I see you have not neglected your training, Hewitt. I must take a moment to catch my breath.
You are winded. Good. I often worry that my skill is lacking. I wonder what Roland would think to see us practicing together. He expects much from me. I only hope not to disappoint him.
He has become a fine warrior in his own right, has he not?
Indeed he has. He would have been a worthy successor to King Regna. If only his birth would have allowed it.
Doubtless the king would have considered Roland too pure of heart to wear the crown.
And is that not a kingly virtue? Or do all rulers require some measure of ruthlessness to keep their people in order?
You are closer to the truth than you know. Prince Franny had evidence that his father was turning a blind eye to the illicit dealings of his subjects.
What? What dealings?
House Tellior was peddling watered-down wine and fattening their coffers with the profit. King Regna found out about their scheme, but the timing was unfortunate. It had been an arduous year. The king was loath to risk the loss of taxes, so he let it pass.
I see. And Prince Franny knew of this?
Yes, and he was goaded into coercing his own father by Minister Patriat. Perhaps what Prince Franny feared the most was that the king would pass him over and cede the throne to Roland. So he threatened to inform House Falks of King Regna's indiscretion if the king did not guarantee his succession.
Really? Franny, your own father.
Over time, Prince Franny came to realize how he had been manipulated by Minister Patriat. He hated himself for the actions he could not take back, and he envied Roland for his blissful ignorance to it all.
Do you think Franny believed Roland to be a better fit for the throne than himself?
In his heart of hearts, I do. I have no doubt King Regna did too, when the weight of the schemes and intrigue that plagued his nation weighed most heavily on his shoulders. Perhaps Regna hoped that Roland could succeed where he had failed, and navigate through the deception without compromising his ideals.
So that is how it was. I see now why Roland looked up to you like a father.
The rot that spread through Glenbrook was not unique. Wheresoever men fight for power and influence, it spreads. But we need not submit to it. If ever there were a group of people that could set this kingdom to rights, it is here. We can rebuild Glenbrook to be more glorious and true than it has ever been.
I agree, Sir Maxwell.
When the war is over, it will not be strength of arms that will carry us through to the future, but the strength of our words and convictions. My brush with death has allowed me to see this clearly. A path forged by spears and swords will only end in a river of blood. I only pray that peace comes before we are consumed by it. And when it does, may we have the courage to set down our weapons and begin our true fight, to see that we never need pick them up again. Will you stand by my side when the time comes? Shall we build this new world together?
Yes, we shall.
Okay, that is all character stories, I mean. Otherwise, this episode will be too long.
How fares my father?
He is most lucid, my lord, though asleep at the moment. I fear the malady has sapped much of his strength.
I see.
Just not all doom and gloom, though. Word of your recent exploits lifted his spirits considerably.
Good. Good to hear.
He cannot wait to hold a feast and praise you before the entire house.
Ha! May he forget he said that upon waking.
You should accept the honor with grace, my lord. He is your father, after all.
I would gladly accept, of course. Even hearing secondhand that he takes pride in my efforts threatens to swell my head.
Okay, so I go home, but Lord Simon is still not okay.
The young lord has reclaimed Glenbrook, Lady Destra. He fought as valiantly as Simon or Regna. Would you were here to witness it.
Forgive me, Benedict.
No, forgive me, Lord Serenoa. I shall take my leave.
What is this?
Nonsense. You are the reason I stand here today, and I would tell Mother that myself. I bid you stay.
How very gracious of you. I owe much to Lord Simon and Lady Destra. They filled my life with purpose. They left you in my charge. But you have already demonstrated your power for all the realm to see. You now walk on your own 2 feet.
What are you saying,
I
Benedict?
have no doubt you can lead Norzelia into a glorious new era of peace and prosperity, with King Roland by your side.
Speak frankly, Benedict. What is it you wish to say?
I have done all I can for you, Lord Serenoa.
No, but I still need your buffs.
I will resign following the evening's
What?
festivities. Anna shall take my place if it pleases you.
It doesn't please me at all.
Leave me unmoored at a time like this?
I know the time is not ideal, but your father is not long for this world. I would repay my debt to him by caring for him in his final days. After that, I shall stand watch over their eternal resting place and regale them with tales of your great deeds.
You can do that while serving me. What is this?
See, there shall be no swaying you. My gratitude for you flows like the mighty Norzelia River. Even so, I would ask for a moment more to make up my mind.
Understood, my lord. Then let us return to the castle and prepare for the evening's feast.
Okay, I don't like this, Benedict. I thought I would be gaining an ally, but not in the price of losing one. Okay, a banquet is held to celebrate Sereno's recent victory, and one of the guests is eager to speak with him. Milo, I'm guessing?
This is quite the gathering.
Each and every one of them eager to get to know you better to advance their own ends. Be on your guard.
See, Benedict, this is why I still need you, okay?
I shouldn't think that would be necessary. Father has gathered those he trusts most to lend me their aid. For that, I am grateful. Whatever the case, we mustn't keep them waiting.
I thank you kindly for the invitation, Lord Serenoa. Or shall I address you as Glenbrook's savior?
Thank you kindly.
Ha! You needn't go that far. No.
I disagree. Your accomplishments speak for themselves. Power becomes you. It makes you alluring to people such as myself.
Oh god, please don't.
Pray, let me accompany you for the evening and beyond.
I shall need a moment to consider your most gracious offer.
It's a thing of beauty when they grow up. Hey, Benedict?
It is, and yet it can leave one feeling strangely bereft.
Aye. Well, that's fatherhood for you.
Okay, I still don't see the conflict here. Oh. As House Lord, I should go and greet to our guests. It's 2,900. Cure all pellet. Oh, but it's a sparkly here. Seems like it is. Panacea pellet. Oh, here. Good evening, Lord Wolford, and my sincerest congratulations on your recent accomplishments. Thank you, Minister Patriot, but I could not have achieved any of it without my vassals or soldiers. In any case, I am deeply honored that you will come to greet me personally, or perhaps there is something on your mind? I heard that you thrive even under the Duchess rule. I'm curious as to where your alliance lies. How are things going in the Crown City? Please let me know if you face any shortage of supply. There is, but we can save it for another time. For now, please enjoy the banquet. Oh, I know he's planning on something, so let's be sassy. Let's not beat around the bush. You wound me, my lord. I did nothing but support Princess Cordelia, as I always have as royalist. But now that you are one of the Saintly Seven, does that change your feelings towards the crown? No, I may be a saint now, but I am still a Wolford and Lord of the High House. My loyalty to the royal family remains the same, unlike you. It pleases me to hear you say so, my lord. Let us work together to see King Roland's reign prosper. Word of Lord Simon's recovery has lifted the people's spirits. Were it that everyone's rejoicing. While people throughout the kingdom are singing your praises, there are others who despise your sudden rise to prominence. Oh, now that we have reclaimed the Crown City, what would you do next, my lord? I would give the people and soldiers a moment to rest. They have earned it, and I doubt another battle awaits so soon. Let's not be foolish. Let's not be naive. I will prioritize the protection of the domain. Our fight is not yet over. Yep, I like that. I will restore trade and commerce. They were likely thrown into disarray under the Duchess rule. I like this as well. Yeah, let's say this one. For the people. From restoring the crown's diplomatic ties to revisiting the tax system, the capital's recovery will have great influence on us. Our work is never done, it seems. Nay, my lord, but we can never be sure when the duchy will make its next move. We must do everything we can now so that your father may rest easy. Now to wait for father.
Lord Simon lives!
Father! Father!
I haven't seen him in ages. He looks well. Thank the stars.
Let me take your hand.
I can manage on my own, my boy. I've not felt this good in some time.
The legendary warrior whose valor brought end to the Saltiron War, his health failing him, he takes Erno's betrothal to Frederick as an opportunity to pass the mantle of Lord on to his son.
But I shall want you by my side the rest of the evening, that I may hear of your exploits in full.
Nothing would make me happier, Father.
I thank you all for gathering to celebrate with me House Wolfort's victories. Against all odds, my son and his stalwart allies have reclaimed the kingdom of Glenbrook. I felt a great weight lifted from my shoulders as I watched him grow into a worthy heir. I dare say I've never been so proud. Permit me the indulgence of offering a toast to my son, my pride and...
Anna!
Huh?
Oh! Oh!
Father!
What the heck? He just recovered! He just recovered. Oh my god, oh damn. Our poor father. Okay, I guess it's a good idea to go home after all. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. There are so many character stories that we just been through. I think it's almost an hour already, so I'm gonna split this chapter 15 to 3 episodes. So be sure to watch the next episode where we will find out who sends assassins, but it's probably Patriot. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Please give a like and subscribe. And until next time, bye.